Hey everyone, Rob from Southgate Media Group here. Before we get started with this podcast, we have a quick message. If this is your first time checking out the show, we love that you found us and we really hope you enjoy it. What we have to say is for the subscribers, if you enjoy our shows, would you please donate to help keep these going? We don't want to have to put traditional ads on these shows, but this does cost money, so we really do rely heavily on donations. To make a donation to the show, please go to our website, www.southgatemediagroup.com. Go to the page for the show, and in the upper right-hand corner is a donate button. It takes you right to PayPal, and you can donate whatever amount you want. Thanks a lot for listening, everybody. And now, on with the show. Welcome to Live at the Blue Box. We are up for a Geektastic cage match tonight. So here's how this works. Basically, we pit two things against each other and we talk it out and we see where it stands. And you as the audience play along. When we name something, we want you to tell us what you think too. So we're doing Geektastic cage match for those of you that just walked in. And tonight we've got Bob Stern with us. And Ward, I don't know how to say your last name. Seward. See, I almost said it completely wrong. And Ward has been on before. He's played Trivia Mayhem with us, and now we can't leave. He can't leave. He's like a fungus. He's just attached to us and keeps showing up. That's okay. I'm a fungus, too. So there's a fungus among us.
They always say you should invite me to every party because I'm a fun guy.
You're a fun guy. Oh. Well, that was it. Ward is off the podcast. No, if that was the worst joke tonight, that would be a shocker because, frankly, I'm telling the jokes. And one other thing, I'm not telling the jokes. You guys are the funny ones. I want to thank the Blue Box because this is the most awesome place. Great food, great drinks. If you can't tell from my hyperness, I'm a big fan of the coffee. And I want to thank those of us that are helping us out tonight. We've got Austin, Elise, Jacob, and Lindsay. Thank you, guys. You rock the house. All right. So here we go with the cage match. Let's start out with, these were some that were written up. And if you as the audience have any you want to shout out, shout them out. Not yet. Not yet. These are some suggestions that we got, so we're going to start here. Friends versus Golden Girls. So, Ward? B. Arthur, what do you think, Ward? Friends or Golden Girls?
Oh, man.
No cheating.
I'm going to have to say,
no cheating.
No cheating. I helped make that list.
Right.
So, I could probably just say it without looking. But no, I would have to go with Friends just because numbers. There's
more of them?
Because it's 6
like
of them.
If they were in a gang fight, there's more Friends than there are Golden Girls?
I guess when we say verse, if we say verse,
legs.
Right, cage match, verse, right? So,
okay.
Right,
so you're looking at it that way, like
it's
actual physical fighting.
Right. Is that
B. Arthur showed up with a
match,
trident. It got really weird then, didn't it?
Yeah.
I think I got it. Yeah, I think I got to go with Golden Girls here because, as we know, youth and skill is always trumped by old age and treachery.
Says Bob. Yeah, you know what? So I can't really chime in on this one personally. I didn't watch either one. I only watched the first season of Friends.
You watched them all. You know you
No,
did.
I only watched the first season of Friends mainly because I liked Jennifer Aniston. And then it was like, I couldn't take it. I just wasn't a Friends guy. Ugh. So, and I know people are like, oh, it's on Netflix. Yay. I'm like, yeah, great. I don't like it. So I can't really weigh in. And I didn't watch Golden Girls either because I'm not 100 and a woman. So I didn't mean to look at you, Bob.
Release the inner 100-year-old woman inside you, Rob Southgate. Release her. I know she's in there.
No, she's in my trunk. Shh, don't tell. Estelle Getty just said call the police from my trunk. Okay, everybody, what is it? Friends or Golden Girls? Let's hear it. Friends. Who wins? Is it Friends? Golden Girls. Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
Golden Girls. She's wicked. Estelle, is she
Well, now, do we, but should...
Wow. Is she still in things, or has she kind of disappeared, or is she around?
Which one?
No, I don't. Is it still on? Oh, it is. Golden Girls is still on? Oh, no.
But yeah, I was like, no, it's not still being made. I mean, I think two of the four have passed on already.
Oh,
maybe three
who
of them
died?
even. Well,
Betty
White's still alive, but B. Arthur died, right?
Did she?
And the one that was the mother, who was actually really the youngest of the cast, she
the one we've been
passed
talking
away,
about.
And then
she died. You just said she's around. You just mean in spirit, in your heart.
in her heart. Okay.
In an alternate
And then
universe.
Rue
she
McCallaghan.
and that one was fairly recent, right?
Did
Past
she die?
Couple months.
So
Yeah.
is that 3 dead?
Yeah, 3 of the 4. It's just
3 would. Yeah, really. Like somewhere Stelgetti's like, I'm not dead, just my career.
You know where they're all still
well,
alive.
you know they'll hear the podcast, I'm sure, and
I'm
let
sure
us know
they
if
will.
they so.
They're all still alive in the Bizarro world.
Ooh, Bizarro World. Bizarro World versus this world. I want to hear it. What do you think?
In
Bizarro
the
World or
nursing
this
home
world?
in the sky.
What do you think? Bizarro World or this world?
This is Bizarro world. I'm there.
Well, you are blocky.
Yeah.
I'm seriously.
That's almost like Inception. I'm not sure. I don't.
I actually like the idea of Bizarro World, where everything is upside down, everything is backwards. So, I mean, if we're going to compare it that way, I think when I say real world versus Bizarro World, I immediately think Superman's world versus Bizarro World.
Right.
I'm going Bizarro World. I am. I can't help it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I would go. Yeah, I think I'll do Bizarro World as well.
Remember,
Okay. What? No. Bizarro World or this world? Okay. All right. We're going to move on. Next one. Okay.
Kit,
the car from Knight Rider versus the General Lee. This is a hard question.
wait a minute. Where was David Hasselhoff in all of this? That's what I want to know.
He was in Kit.
Exactly. Well, David Hasselhoff. I mean, come on.
So the Hoff is
David
the Trump.
Hasselhoff wins every time.
So
Germans
you're saying
love David Hasselhoff.
you're saying
true.
Kit because of the Hoff. What do you
Absolutely.
say?
I'm gonna have to say Kit because of technology. I think there's
'Cause of the
enough
technology.
Michael Knight. Yep.
Michael Knight. So, okay. So you guys are both Kit.
Yeah, I'm going
Do you remember?
Hasselhoff.
Do you remember the name of his evil twin brother, or actually not his twin brother? His evil, the brother that he was actually surgically reconstructed to look like.
Is it Hasselhoff backwards?
No. This is Knight Rider.
Fufflesassel?
I don't know. I don't remember it either. So
Farfignugan.
Wait, say that again a couple times.
Fufflesaffel.
Gentlemen, I have one name for you. How could you say this? Barbara Bach and Daisy Dukes.
We didn't get to
Okay,
me
you got
yet.
a point there. You got a
We didn't
darn
get to
good
me
point.
yet.
Wait, we're geeks. Wait a minute. We don't notice girls.
No, we're geeks. We do. I am not. I am all about the General Lee. They had the welded door. They jumped across the hood. It was awesome. I am General Lee.
that car was like completely indestructible.
Right. Here's the deal with the General Lee, and this is why the General Lee wins. The General Lee would jump over the ravine as Roscoe P. Coltrane was chasing them, and they'd get away, and they'd jump over the ravine, and you'd see crap falling off, the bumper fall off, the windows breaking, and they land on the other side, and the car's fine. It's like a transformer. It never dies. It wins. It wins. General Lee. Boom. Done. What does the audience think? Oh, you got something to say
I'm
about
going
it?
with Barbara Bach here. I have to change my vote.
Yeah, Barbara Bach for the win. Daisy Dukes get the square, and there we go. Okay, audience. I'm going to say Daisy Dukes because that's all I can think of now. It's if you bring up Batman or Daisy Dukes, the game's over. Okay, Kit. Anybody? I want to hear you if you're into Kit. Kit. Okay, General Lee. General Lee wins hands down. In other words, sorry, Ward. Bum, 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 bum. Yep. And you know what? Let's face it. Kit with the technology, you're like, yeah, the technology. My phone does more than Kit at this point other than start the car. And I bet there's a remote start in here that Fernando could install.
Absolutely.
They do have those
Can
now.
you hear the
Yes.
drums, Fernando?
So, okay, we're moving on. Next, wait, I'm going to be more obnoxious. Next one. You like the sound effects?
High tech.
These are all old school on here, you guys. Astro versus Dino.
Right, George.
Yeah,
Let's hear it. Wait, we're going to start with Bob this
I'm
time.
going with Astro.
And why?
Okay, George. Right, George. Okay, Bob.
So, because you can badly impersonate Astro,
Absolutely.
that's your reason. How about you, Ward?
I'm going to go with Astro just because he can poorly impersonate Astro so well. No. I am going to go with Astro, though, just because Astro was cool and laid back, and Dino was just a spaz.
He was kind of manic.
So, yeah,
Dino
Dino-
was like a yappy dog.
Dino needed
and
the
nobody
Flintstones
likes a yappy
Ritalin.
dog.
Dino needed the Flintstones Ritalin pills, the
The
little
little Flintstones Ritalin.
came in little bone shapes, you
Right.
know, flavored.
You know how long before we actually have those? So, you know what? I'm totally Astro also because Astro had personality. He wasn't just yappy. Yeah, and he said, "Ruh, ruh,
Yeah,
ruh,"
didn't he have?
did that.
Didn't he have like
Exactly.
space boots
Yeah.
or something?
What
Did
do
he
you
wear?
have?
Didn't he wear space boots?
Yep, he had the Saturn
Oh, that's
collar.
right, the Saturn collar.
He
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
cutting edge. He was years ahead of his time.
Yeah. You know what? What'd you say? Right. But Dino was just a yappy dog. Did he ever knock over Fred's giant barbecue ribs? Did he ever knock that over? Because that would be a reason to disqualify him right now. He had that tail. Yeah, okay.
Doesn't he do that in the actual like little opening
I
cartoon?
think he does.
Opening
Right there.
montage,
Dino should
yeah.
be put down. Sorry, kids.
Dino
It's like
should
old
be put
Yeller. Old Purpler. And he's dead. Okay, so, audience, Dino. Wow, all day. Wait, are you confused with Estelle Getty and Dino? Because they're about the same age. So you said Dino. How about Astro? You know what? It's a tie because only two people for each said each. I want to know. All right, Dino wins. We lose.
All right.
No, we don't, because shouldn't we count for something? Wait, I want to hear, Maria, you come up here right now. I want to hear about this, why Dino wins.
He's a dinosaur. He's made it this far.
That's a solid argument.
Astro's because of the same reason I don't pick Kit. You can fry him, one computer glitch, and he's done.
You can fry Dino, too.
No, not like Brontosaurus burger, but he'll be fine. He's a dinosaur.
That makes no sense. But you know what? It makes
But
sense to
Astro's
you.
not. I think Astro's not a robot. He's a real dog. He just
is
lives
a
in the
dog.
future.
He relies on robots to live and function and have a.
Well, that's
weird
true. I
little
mean, if
power.
like electricity shut off, I think their house just falls, right? So
Okay, wait.
Rushing down to Earth where Dino's like, haha.
I actually think you might
Unless it
have
lands
a
on
point
Dino, then-
when you mentioned he could be fried, because Astro being dog, I don't think would be as tasty as fried dinosaur. So Dino is starting to win me over.
Dino looks like he's less in
That's what you
shape.
need to
He's
change it to,
probably
is who would be more
tastier.
delicious.
Oh, if that's the cage match, who's more delicious, Dino or Astro? What happens to your vote?
Dino's
Dog
got
or
more meat on him
dinosaur.
In that case. Yeah, I'm going with Dino.
Yeah,
Everybody's
Dino's
going Dino.
But I
probably-
prefer him in the slow cooker myself.
Omnivore, GMO free.
So he's organic. They sell him at Whole Foods.
Yeah,
Although I
he's
think-
before pesticides, so he would be.
That's right.
I think he would cook better in a slow cooker, though.
Revote. Well, if we're talking tastiness, potential tastiness,
Dino in the slow cooker.
Astro. Who do we have votes for? Ooh, Dino.
Yeah.
Maria with the win. I screwed up the bell. Did you catch that? Okay. I'm going to move on to another one. I'm not going with that one yet. I'm not going with that one yet. I'm not going with that. Oh, trilogies. This is a good one. This is going to cause a problem. There may be a fist fight. Jurassic Park, tribute to Dino. Pour some tea out for my homie. And Back to the Future. Yow.
Back to the Future.
Oh, the audience has spoken already.
Back to the Future from the audience. Ward?
As a trilogy, I'm going to have to go with Back to the Future because I think all three movies are good movies.
Okay.
I can't say for all
But
three.
wait. When you say as a trilogy, so that means there's some kind of qualifier in there.
Well, I mean, saying as a whole, right? Like, because you're talking about Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
So we're talking about Back to the Future.
So we're
1, 2,
talking
3,
strictly
right.
the
So
trilogies.
now, if you had to put up Back to the Future and just the first one of each,
versus one.
that would be a little bit harder. I'd have to think about that a little bit more because
Okay, we'll get back to you for that one because that's going to be part 2 of the question. Bob?
2 words, Christopher Lloyd. I think possibly the greatest actor of his generation. He's had more fabulous geeky roles than you can possibly imagine.
As we've talked about a number of times, he was in Trek.
Absolutely. He was a Klingon. He was the professor. How many fabulous roles is this man? He was Lurch.
Yeah.
No,
he wasn't Lurch.
Uncle
No,
Fester.
he was Uncle Fester.
Uncle Fester, thank you. How many magnificent roles? I go with Christopher Lloyd, so it's Back to the Future. All
He was Jim Ignatowski. That's Jim for the win right there. He was Professor Doom. Wasn't that his name in Roger Rabbit?
That's right. I forgot
Oh,
about that
yeah.
one.
No, Dr. Doom is from Fantastic Four. We're not falling into that rabbit hole again. So you're going Back to the
I'll go Back
Future.
to the
You're
Future.
going Back to the Future. All right, audience. As a trilogy, we'll start there. As a trilogy, which one is it? Jurassic Park? Ooh, dead silence. You think 4 is going to be a bomb because of that silence? How about Back to the Future?
Yeah.
It's not going to be a bomb. Jurassic Park 4 looks awesome.
It does look pretty awesome.
So, okay, now if we're pitting just one against one, Back to the Future, the first one, Jurassic Park, the first one, what does that do?
I just am a futurist sci-fi guy, so I'm going with Back to the Future.
Yeah. How about you?
I think Back to the Future. I think it's more classic quality.
Yeah.
I think Jurassic Park is a great movie. It's always fun to go back and watch, but it's probably not quite on the same level as what Back to the Future
No.
means.
Lawyers getting eaten off the toilet seat. I mean, that's pretty high up
That
on
brings
my
it
list.
up another
That
star.
does bring up a tremendous notch right there. It's hard to argue with that, though.
Yeah. Would you like to come up here, Maria? Yep, of course. We do.
This is cage match, right?
Yes, this is Cage Match.
People die in Back to the Future? How many people die in Back to the Future? Anybody?
There's people that
Zero.
vanish and
That's
then
right.
come back from
How many
non-existence.
people die in
but-
Jurassic Park? Many. So in cage match, Jurassic Park, you die.
There you go.
It's very easy. No, yeah, I know. It gets jumbled in your brain for a minute. I know.
But Back to the Future
they
could
win.
just leave in the car
They
and go to a
could.
different time.
It's another reason why Back to the Future will win.
Yeah.
Always. They can just go back and fix it. Why'd you leave me this hot mic? Hey, welcome back to your show.
So, okay, if you're looking at it that way, sure. I'm not looking at it that way. Ward, are you looking at it that way? And actually, so you're taking how many people die. I'm going to take it as Huey Lewis was in it. Cage match. He wins. It's Huey Lewis. All right, so.
And Newman.
Audience, when we're talking 1-to-1, Back to the Future,
Yeah.
Jurassic Park. You voted twice, and you're disqualified. So it is Back to the Future. I totally agree with that. Back to the Future, Doc Brown is just, and it's also got, what's his name? The guy, the dad, the one who plays the dad. I can't think of his name.
Oh.
Crispin
Yes.
Glover.
Oh, that's right.
Crispin
That's
Glover
right.
and Huey Lewis. I mean, come on.
He's been in some of
That's
the
a
quirkiest
tough one to
movies.
beat. That is a tough one to beat. Although Sam Jackson and Newman are both in Jurassic Park. Just saying. Okay, we're moving on. Yeah, okay. Battlestar Galactica versus Farscape.
Oh, Farscape all the way.
Farscape all the way. Now, are you talking new Battlestar, old Battlestar, or as a whole?
Well, old Battlestar is one of the most magnificently campy things in history. I mean,
Oh, it is.
Lauren Green in space. I mean, come on. You know,
And that dog, remember that weird dog?
yeah.
Oh, it's the best.
Was it Fluff? Not.
I don't know. K9? No, that's Doctor Who.
Yeah, no.
Twiggy? Remember Twiggy on
Twiggy.
Buck Rogers?
Oh, I have the best ever. So I hadn't seen Buck Rogers since I was a kid, right? And I remember loving Buck Rogers. Right? This is
Yeah.
a few years ago.
Okay.
And so we've got cable, and I realize I come across that Buck Rogers is on syndication now on some channel. So I go and I flip through and I find it, and it's on, right?
Yeah, right.
And it's this scene, and this lady walks through, and she's in this outfit that's made of nothing but skinny belts. I
Okay.
mean, it's barely an
Yeah,
outfit.
this is the
and
70s,
Twiggy,
right.
And Twiggy, and I've been trying to remember what Twiggy said exactly, right? Because this is a few years ago, and everything was on YouTube yet, right?
Right.
And I could not remember, so this is my first time in probably 2 decades that I finally get to hear what Twiggy sounds like again. And this lady walks through the scene wearing this belt outfit that's barely on, anything on her, and Twiggy says, "Beady, beady."
BB?
No, because Twiggy went beady, beady, or no.
Bitty bitty buck.
What
That's
did he say?
did. Bitty bitty
Right,
buck.
but he did it in a like a
Oh, like it was
like
sexy?
hubba.
BB. What
Yeah,
is
it was
up
it was
with
the
that?
hubba, right? The hubba, but he did it beady, beady.
So this robot was turned on by this woman? What is that?
I don't know, but it was my like I said, I was like, it's Buck Rogers I hadn't seen since I was a kid, and then that's the first thing I saw, and I was like, what happened?
Wow.
What
Wow.
just happened?
Okay, so you didn't answer Battlestar
Okay.
versus Farscape.
Oh man,
Did anybody watch Farscape?
Tremendously well-written show.
yes.
Uh-oh. You've seen Battlestar Galactica, right? That's not French.
I'm gonna have to say Farscape. I just think it's a better show. It's
Interesting. Now, okay, I'm going to weigh in on it. I have not seen Farscape either. So
You should
I'm
see
going to.
it.
I would say Battlestar Galactica, but I have a friend that also says whenever we talk about this stuff, Farscape is like, I can't believe you don't watch this. He's like, it's Doctor Who and it's Farscape. Those are the two.
Brilliantly written show that unfortunately I think ran out of money at the end of its run, or they're going to renew it and they didn't, and it ended in the most ridiculous way imaginable.
Yeah, garbage.
It was a horrible, horrible ending. Then they did a little movie afterward to kind of tie up the loose ends.
Did it fix
Actually,
anything?
you
Is
know
it worth
what? I
watching
think you and I both are thinking the wrong show. I think we have the exact same. Because I think you're thinking.
Babylon 5?
No. Whedon's show, not
no, I'm thinking Farscape.
Firefly.
Firefly.
I'm thinking Farscape.
Oh, did they do a movie? They did a Farscape or a Farscape movie?
But they did one little movie after the ridiculous ending to sort of tie up the loose ends.
Oh. And actually, you know
Okay.
what? I'm gonna have to say Battlestar Galactica because I don't know Farscape that well because I was thinking Firefly.
So it wins by default.
So
All right.
I know, and that's why I wasn't thinking because when I said it before, I meant Firefly, and then that was just what was stuck in my head.
Well, you said we did Farscape. So audience.
Yeah, I think about that cartoon Far Side.
Farscape, audience, Farscape? Battlestar Galactica. Okay, so we have a class divided here because the two on opposing sides are the Sterns.
E2 Brute.
One is Farscape, one is Battlestar. Now, here's the question for you, Battlestar. Is it, that's your new name, by the way, is it old Battlestar, new Battlestar, or the combination?
It's old Battlestar.
Is it when they went to Earth and it became Battlestar Earth or whatever that was the word?
No,
If it was,
I have to admit an issue. I used to drink with the actor that played Boomer. So I actually got to meet Lauren Green.
didn't everybody drink with the actor that played Boomer? Yeah,
Los Angeles at the time.
Right.
He was in every bar imaginable.
right.
So I got to meet Lauren Green, and once you've met Commander Adama, there's no going back.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. All right, so, sorry, Bob. I'm going to say Battlestar wins. No, I'm going to say Battlestar
E2
wins.
Brute.
I make the rules.
Well, the Cylon,
Rocky, wait, this is a great one.
This was mine.
Rocky versus Fight Club. That is a heck of
we
a
can't
cage
even
match.
talk about Fight Clubs. You might as well end it right now.
You know what?
It's over. Next category.
Molly is 7, and she knows. Molly Molly, what's the first rule of Fight Club?
No, we can't.
Molly,
This is pointless. We're done.
what's the second rule of Fight Club? Heck right. There it is. So,
I can't wait till this podcast go live because I want that audio clip as my ringtone.
since we can talk about Fight Club, I want to know Rocky or Fight Club? Ward.
You know, I came up with this one, and I was thinking about it for a little bit. And
Martha versus Ward. There's the cage match.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
I think I'm going to have to go Rocky.
Okay.
Oh, you're Rocky? I mean, I think I'm going to have to go Fight Club.
Wait. Here's what we're going to do. Let's cut this one to the bone because there's only one Fight Club. Let's do the original Rocky.
Okay.
As much as I want to throw the Mr. T mix in there.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think when I say Rocky
versus
won.
Fight
Yeah,
Club.
Rocky.
Yes,
In quotes, Rocky.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Theme song.
Yep.
Theme song alone.
Rocky wins.
Dun, 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 dun.
yeah. So what do you say, Rocky or Fight Club?
I want to say Fight Club because of the 3 words bags o' fat. But I'm going to have to go with Rocky because, I mean, that is just such a great classic. I mean, and so much.
Yeah. No, we're not in the middle of one here, lady.
Rocky versus Mr. Mom. Because you got the same thing right in the middle with the na-na-na, and then the whole movie changes and they run off the stage. Yeah.
Did I just have a stroke? What just happened here?
You can edit this part out,
You need
right?
a I know a divorce lawyer.
Really? What just happened here? Holy cow.
I know a couple
All right,
of-
Bob, Rocky versus Fight Club.
My answer will be sung. Dun, 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 dun,
Rocky.
dun, 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 dun.
All right. When I You're putting extra beats in there, but
That's going to be my funeral procession at
Bob,
double
you're always a
time.
beat off, so we're just going to leave it there.
Let's wait, how long was that joke going to take before the setup? Thank you.
I think it's the second time of the night rearing its ugly head. So, okay, Rocky versus Fight Club. Here's where I'm going to weigh in. Yikes, now I got to weigh in. I shouldn't have said
weigh
that. I
in.
should have just gone to the audience.
Round 1.
You know, I'm really torn on this one because Rocky is, when you forget everything else, go film by film, Rocky is kind of a perfect film. And right. And when I think about it, like, the script is really beautifully written. There's just so much I like about Rocky. And I actually like, and it's the same thing I like about Fight Club. I love the dark ending of them. And Fight Club, man, I love that movie, but I think that I would go back and watch Rocky more than I would go back and watch Fight Club, as much as I like Fight Club. And it's got Meatloaf in it, and he's Bob. And, I mean, I love all that. I love when the guy sprays gasoline on the other guy. I'm not going to talk myself into it, though. I'm all Rocky. It's Rocky. All right, audience, let's hear it. Fight Club? Rocky.
I think
Rocky
we got
wins.
some just pure Brad Pitt cheering going on.
Is
here
it
in the
Brad
front.
Pitt? Is that what it is? What is it?
Edward. Oh, okay.
It is a great
It's
story.
Edward Norton.
Do you know, is it Edward Norton? Is it Bob? Is it Bob? Is that what it is?
That's what it was. That's what it is.
Oh, we have an Easter egg.
In every scene in Fight Club, there is a Starbucks cup somewhere in the scene, like a
Product
new
placement.
scene. Not every single picture, but
Really?
it's either like like not every single scene, but every like act. I guess would that be it? It's either like in the trash or something off to the side on a table. Somebody has it, but there's always a Starbucks cup.
Now, is that product placement or was it saying something?
It was just them doing an Easter egg on purpose.
That's kind of awesome.
It turned into on purpose after somebody left the cup, I think, like during filming, and they were like, great. So they like turned it into a thing.
Good Easter egg. Yeah, Roseanne had the chicken shirt. Sure. Nobody knows what you're talking about. I said shirt. It's a family show, Dad. Stop it with the language out there. All right. Let's do another one that I think this is just as good. Rocky won. Rocky won. It's the song.
Everybody.
The run up
That's
the
not how it
stairs.
goes, Bob. You're close enough, but that's not how it goes.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
There you go.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Maynard Ferguson's lawyers are on the phone right now with your
Thank
wife.
you. I'll be here all night. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, this is a good one. Beverly Hills Cop versus 48 Hours. Now we're going first movie. Beverly Hills Cop versus 48 Hours. Think about this. Now, there are younger people here that I'm sure haven't seen these. Uh-oh, I saw a face over here from a whole table going like, what are they talking about? Have you guys seen these? Okay.
Do you know who Eddie Murphy is?
Yeah, right. He's Donkey. That's everybody knows. I want to hear it. Bob.
Axel F.
Axel F. Why? Just because of his name?
No, because the song. Again, it was the song.
Dun, 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 dun. Is it the red leather outfit? Is that what did it for you?
I just always wanted. I wanted to be him in that movie. It was me.
You're not black, Bob.
But my brother did that instead.
That's right. Eddie Murphy. This is an Eddie Murphy cage match, and Nick Nolte. Nick Nolte, I don't think he knows he's in movies. You ever notice he's kind of just like the same thing, and he's like, what am I doing here?
He just shows up and collects a paycheck.
Yeah, right. How about you, Ward?
I'm gonna have to go Beverly Hills Cop.
You are.
Yes.
Now, why? Theme song?
Theme song, great movie, great pace. I mean, it's a fun movie. It
is a fun movie.
It's a good, fun movie. I mean, you cannot watch that movie and not be kind of hyped when you're done watching it. 48 Hours is a good movie, but it's more serious. It's more of a, actually not that much more serious, but.
Okay. All right. So, Beverly Hills, Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
You keep asking the same question. They're both Eddie Murphy. Judge Reinhold is in it. Nick Nolte was in 48 Hours. In Beverly Hills Cop, it's got Surge. Remember the guy that put the banana in the tailpipe? That guy?
Oh, yeah.
But I am not going that. I am going 48 Hours, and I'll tell you why. I like the darker tone. I think that Eddie Murphy is funnier in it because it's not a comedy per se.
It's more him.
It's more him. I really love 48 Hours. It's darker. There's something about it. I think it's a cooler movie. I like Beverly Hills Cop. I loved it when it came out. But if both of them are on two channels, one is on HBO, one is on Showtime, I'm watching 48 Hours. Okay, audience, what do you think? 48 Hours? 48 Hours. Beverly Hills Cop. Ooh, nothing?
Ouch.
Nothing?
I am betrayed.
And you two don't care at all, right? You're like, yeah, screw that. I don't know Eddie Murphy. If he's Donkey, I like him. But otherwise, I'm not into it. Okay. Then I'm calling it 48 Hours because I win. All right. Let's go with another one. Anyone have a good cage match before yeah. What is it?
Marvel versus DC.
You horrible child. Oh. You horrible child. They want to go home tonight, Molly. All right. Bob.
All I
Marvel,
can say,
DC.
The answer is very simple. By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth.
Only one person got that one. No, two.
I'm going with Doctor Strange and Marvel. Thank you.
Doctor Strange and Marvel. How about you, Ward?
I've always leaned toward Marvel ever since I was a kid. So.
Do you have a reason, or is it just?
They just have the greater number of heroes and stories that. There's people driving down the wrong way on the street. They just have more heroes that interest me, and the stories I liked better. I mean, there's definitely the classics in DC, like Batman and Superman and the Justice League that, of course, you'll always be drawn to and want to know what's going on. But I think as a whole, Marvel's just got a richer
cool
palette.
All right. You know what? It's no shocker. I mean, I am the guy that does the Nuff Said podcast. I'm going Marvel. Now, here's why I go Marvel. I actually like DC. I read those books, some of those books. I love the Batman books. I think most of us do. And I'll read the Superman. I'll read the Green Lantern. But the Marvel books have always been the one, like Spider-Man. Daredevil is like number one for me. I love Daredevil books. I I wasn't even a big Captain America fan, but I'll read a Captain America book before I'll read most DC books usually. If I'm shaking them out, yes, Batman's right at the top, but not at the top over Marvel. Marvel wins.
You mean you didn't just get up every morning to go write for your Aquaman?
No. Although I was a big fan of him on the Super Friends because he rode like the seahorse. That was the best. What do you have to say?
Marvel.
You're saying Marvel. Now, why are you saying Marvel?
They have some of my favorite characters.
Like who?
Spider-Man.
Now, this is coming from... I happen to know this kid personally. She's saying Marvel, but I find her reading Batman comics more than anything. So, are you sure it's not DC?
I'm sure.
All right, good girl.
You know,
Good girl. Get that girl a treat. Give her a packet of sugar. and
She's
make
a
her
Marvel
happy.
fan, but when she needs to turn to the dark side, she goes to Batman.
Is Darkseid? I thought he was... Yeah, he's a DC character, right? Get it? Darkseid.
yes.
Okay, yeah,
all I
that
know
was
is
terrible. All right.
I had-
All right, audience. Anyone want to chime in on it? You look like you're going to explode if you don't get to chime in. Okay. DC? Ooh, Marvel?
I just want to... Well, go ahead and call it.
I'm trying to get the bell to ring. All right. Woo.
I just want to say really quickly, because you mentioned the Justice League and the,
Yes.
the TV. Now, I assume you were referring to the TV cartoon, the late 70s,
Yes.
early 80s. I remember as a kid always loving every time they showed Aquaman riding on his seahorse or whatever, because there were like 3 different scenes they had drawn up for that.
Yes,
that they
and
would
it was
just
the same
rot-
thing over and
Yeah,
over.
it was like 2 or 3, maybe 2. I can't remember, but I remember it was just always the same.
There is a place. Remember how awesome... Okay, we're going to talk about that for a second. There's the awesome Hall of Justice. Like, we all loved that on there, right? There is a place in Elkhart, Indiana called the Museum of Superheroes, and they have... It's a small building, but the front of it is the Hall of Justice with
that's
the
way
pillars.
too cool.
Yes, so if you're in Elkhart, you got to go.
I'm sure you've been to Metropolis, Illinois. too.
I have not. I want to go so badly.
That's very cool.
I think we're going to have to take a road trip down there. It's like 900 hours. It's southern Illinois from here. It's like 900 hours.
I do want
Yes,
to
I
say
know.
this: DC did have one great thing going for it, though. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil will escape my sight.
Very good.
That-
That's you know what? That is true. The Green Lantern Oath.
That was
But
a great thing.
it just, you know what? Daredevil. That's all I have to say. Okay, we're moving on. Does anyone in the audience have one? Yeah.
I'm going to take one off your list. Probably.
Lame.
TV maids. Florence from the Jeffersons or Alice from the Brady Bunch?
Florence from the Jeffersons. Oh yeah, Florence. I forgot who she was. Or Alice from the Brady Bunch. Ward.
Yeah, Alice is.
I'm gonna say.
This could be a house divided
Wow,
here.
this depends. This depends on what it is they're.
Alice died this year.
I mean, are we? Yeah.
Yep, she did. I am sure.
Although I think Florence died a few years ago too. So I
Did
mean,
Florence die?
I think she did a few years ago. Yeah.
Did she?
So now if we're using the term cage match here, so now if we're talking cage match.
You want them to fight?
2 of them
Oh,
fighting.
yes. They're fighting in a cage match.
Right, and
Who
all they
wins in
can
a
use,
cage
all they
match?
can use are like brooms and household cleaning products.
Yes. Whatever's at their
Um,
disposal.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Florence. I think Florence is gonna like rage out and take it right away.
Yeah, okay.
She had a temper. I mean, like I could see her snap.
Okay, Bob?
Yeah, I don't think Florence.
Mate, we don't talk about Maid Fight Club.
It's a dirty place.
Florence used to scare me. I would not want to mess with her.
Okay, so you're saying
I'm
Florence,
going
you're
with
saying
Florence.
Florence.
In the actual cage, yeah, Florence. I'm going with Florence.
In an actual cage, I'm saying Alice, and I'll tell you why. Alice
I don't
has
care.
pent-up aggression because Sam the Butcher would never marry her. And I think she gets into that cage, and all of a sudden, Florence's face becomes Sam's face, and she goes nuts. I'm frothing at the mouth. I'm so excited. All right, audience.
You know,
in
you
an
know,
actual cage match.
you
Yeah.
know on that
I'm
too.
thinking
I mean, and I
cosplay
don't
here.
mean this as a personal attack or anything. I'm sure she was a sweet lady, but did you ever notice the size of those feet, those shoes that Alice wore? I mean, if she got a good kick in,
I never noticed her feet. Wow.
Tell us more about this.
there were
foot
too many
obsession.
episodes where Alice climbed up on chairs to get away from like mice and dogs and other various
She had
animals
big
that would
feet.
make it in the house, squirrels.
I'm going to start
And
watching
she had the big
for the
orthopedic
feet.
shoes. So like
Wow.
it wasn't so much the feet. It was like just, and maybe it was a style of the shoe, but she would lift her foot up, and I, as a kid, I always kind of leaned back away from the TV a bit, like.
Shockingly big feet.
Florence grew up in the projects, really?
Yeah.
So she wins. Okay. So is it Florence? Is it Alice? Wow. I lose that one. It's Florence. Okay, we got time for one more. Let's pick a really good one. You know what? Let's go with the theme. We've kind of done these older ones. I think this is a good one. Since we kind of got stuck in the 70s here, all the way back in the 70s. Mel versus Spatula Fight.
Spatula
This
cage
is Spatula
match.
Fight Club. Mel from Alice
They flip out there.
versus
It's crazy.
Al from Happy Days. Al Del Vecchio. Now, you know what? When I first saw this, I thought it was going to be not Al. Who's the second one? Mr. Miyagi. Because if Mr. Miyagi's in here, he wins. He wins. There's no argument. I don't know.
Oh, I forgot about him.
He went by Al
He
also.
was Al as well, yeah.
So we're talking Al Del Vecchio. Is that right?
Or Al Mr. Miyagi.
From with the Salisbury steak commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Italian guy, right?
Yeah. So Al versus Mel. Who wins?
Oh, I'm going to have to say Mel. I think Mel's going to fight dirty.
You think he's going to fight dirty?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think?
I'm going with Mel. What was the actor's name who played that part?
Um,
I'm trying to remember his
Estelle
name.
Getty.
Barbara Bel Geddes?
Yeah, right. I can't. Yeah, Vic Morrow or Vic Tabak. Vic Tabak.
Rick Tavak.
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, I think I'm going with it. I'm going with Mel. Vic
All right.
Tavak Mel.
Vic Tabak, Mel. You're going Mel. I'm going Mel too. I mean, I think it's. I mean, come on,
Mel.
Al. Mel was like former Navy. He had the tattoos and the big guns, and
Definitely.
you know what? And he hung out with Jerry. Remember the guy that was in the BJ and the Bear? Not BJ and the Bear. Smokey and the Bandit.
Burt Reynolds.
No, the other guy.
I don't know. I tried. Pass.
Jerry
Oh,
Orbach. No, Jerry Bag of Donuts. You know who I mean? The guy.
he
the
drove.
guy
He
that
drove.
sang.
He drove. He drove.
He drove the truck.
Yeah, he drove the semi truck.
Yeah,
right.
that guy. He hung out with Mel. Mel
Snowman.
wins.
Snowman was his handle, right?
Snowman, yes, not
Snowman.
from Top Gun. The other Snowman. Remember
Right.
when they did the weird volleyball scene in Top Gun? We're not going to go there. Okay. All right, everybody. Final cage of the night. Al Del Vecchio. Ooh, Maria gives it the snub. That's more than a no. That's a snub. Mel. Okay, Mel clearly wins. Mel Sharples. Do you remember the episode with Art Carney when they had the chili thing and he was trying to get him to do it, and Carney came out and sang the song and it was Chili Con Sharples? Do you remember that?
I don't think that ever.
Because it was supposed to be
happened.
Chili Con Carne, and he didn't want anything to do with it, so he made it Chili Con Sharples, and Mel's like, oh, that's great. And then Flo said, kiss my grits. That is the entire fourth season of Alice. Thank you. Is that it, everybody? You guys good?
it. Wrap
I think
'em up.
so. Yeah.
Excellent. Great cage match. Thank you for coming, everybody. This was live at the Blue Box. Thank you so much, Blue Box. Thank you, everybody here. Austin, Elise, Jacob, Lindsay, you guys are the best. Thanks for coming out. Next week, we've got another Music Under Glass. We had the Stearns tonight. Next week, we have Time Crash, a Doctor Who tribute band. It's going to be here. And other fun stuff. So we will talk to you next week. Thanks a lot, everybody.